No Fun, the Jen Kirkman podcast. This is a bonus short episode for Patreon subscribers. And I do believe the general public will get the first 5 minutes. So you're welcome. Today, I'm going to tell the story of why I turned down the opportunity to be on 3 episodes of Celebrity Jeopardy. And I will also talk about Ben Affleck and J-Lo. Bennifer got married in Vegas this past weekend, or whenever you're hearing this, whatever, last week. You need to know the exact dates. What are you, in the FBI? And whatever else comes into my mind that I want to talk about on my podcast, No Fun. So let's start with Bennifer getting married. So, and I just want to put this out there. I'm not some Ben Affleck fan. I really never think about the man. I don't care. Never had a crush on him. Not interested in really anything he's doing. But, and J-Lo, kind of same thing. That wasn't that into her music. I'm not really a pop, top 40 music kind of gal. And of course, all of the top 40 music I like is from my childhood. We get the Prince and the Michael Jackson and the Madonna and the George Michael and the Whitney Houston and the Boy George and, you know, all that. But I wasn't like in my 20s going, oh, let me go listen to the newest music that's coming out. You don't need these explanations. Anyway, I'm just a fan of 2 Gen X people getting back together. I don't know. I have a fascination with this. You know, I'm rounding almost their age in a few years. And it's just kind of fun to think about getting a second wind at something, even if it's not literally like a situation where you marry an ex, but you just go, wow, I did not see that coming. I mean, I am sure that after they broke up the first time, almost 20 years ago? I think it was 20 years ago. It was 20 years ago because I know I was living in New York. Great story, Jen. Do you have any more like that? And so I'm back in New York. Did not think I would be 20 years ago. If you asked me when I went screaming to LA and talking about how I need warm weather, well, I didn't know it was going to get apocalyptically warm out there. I mean, I kind of knew because I'm like not an idiot about the environment, but whatever. Well, as J-Lo and Ben were breaking up, they didn't think, well, in 20 years we'll get back together. I mean, maybe someone secretly hoped, but to find themselves both single. I mean, they both got remarried, had kids. I mean, there's a big point in their life where, I mean, it would be even more fun if one of them was longing for the other and just thought, how would I ever get out of my marriage with these kids and this husband or this wife and be with, I mean, she or he would have to be also thinking the same thing at the same time. And it's not like they were thinking the same thing at the same time. They were legitimately single when they got back together. But it took, both their marriages ended and then they had serious relationships besides those marriages. And Ben had whatever all his problems were, drinking and drugs, and J-Lo at this. I call dating one of the Yankees a giant problem. And I don't know. Listen, I'm fascinated with it. I would actually like to see a documentary about it. I really would. I want to know, did they keep in touch at all? I don't care if it's going to hurt people. Tell Jennifer Garner, tell everyone that dated Ben, tell A-Rod and everyone, tell Mark Anthony, don't watch this. Don't go pain shopping, you guys. Don't watch this. This is for nosy people like myself who want to see them tell an honest story. Like, yeah, I was thinking about the other person the entire time I was married to blah, blah. But I thought, oh, well, we couldn't make it work. But why can't my marriage have the blah, blah that I had with Ben or J-Lo? I need to know. I need to see the documentary. I don't want to hang out with them and ask in person. I want to watch it presented to me as a documentary. Not like a 6-part, 6-hour Netflix thing. Just, a decent 90-minute documentary. Maybe that'll happen. Maybe it'll be in their memoirs. I don't know. But I know everyone wants to be sensitive to their kids and the parents of their kids, and no one wants to come out and be like, I never really loved your mom the way I loved J-Lo. I never really loved your dad the way I loved Ben. So here are the details of their wedding.